Ellis Henican now, live from New Orleans. Ellis, always a pleasure. Welcome back. Good to see you again.
Good morning. I'm feeling robustly confident this morning, Stuart.
Robustly confident about what?
I mean, everything is looking up, and I like the market the way it's open. That's kind of nice.
How would you compare and contrast the leadership style over the course of this Hurricane Irene between Governor Chris Christie of New Jersey, get the hell off the beach, I'm in charge, and President Obama advising everybody to do what the authorities tell them to do?
Well, okay. I mean, there was a difference in style between the two, and you pointed out. But hold on. So, I mean, the role is a little different. Maybe the better comparison would be Chris Christie and Mike Bloomberg. Looking back at it now, and Charles might even agree with me on this, it looks like everybody maybe overreacted a little bit, but, you've got to say we didn't really know. Maybe this was the prudent thing to do. But, Christie was like a punch in the face, wasn't he?
Am I right in saying, now you're in New Orleans now, and you are a New Orleans native, and you were there during Katrina. Was it 5 or 6 years ago today that Katrina hit?
Six years ago today. And, and Stuart, the impact of the Katrina recovery on the economy of New Orleans and the Gulf South may have some lessons in it for us as we deal with the smaller, but in still some ways comparable Irene.
I think that President Obama will use this, and I'm not saying facetiously that he'll use it as an excuse, but I think he will use Irene and the damage that was caused as a way of pushing for a kind of infrastructure plan with a different name, an emergency spending plan that goes towards infrastructure because of Irene. And I think it will look more attractive to the country than if it were just a regular infrastructure plan. I think he'll get it.
I think you're onto something there. Listen, it's not going to be the entire infrastructure argument. I mean, clearly there's a lot of other infrastructure spending that is needed out there, the roads and the bridges and the schools and the, you name it, railroads. But, this is another thing that reminds us that we do have to invest in our long-term physical structure in this country. Otherwise, stuff crumbles, right?
So explain to me why it is that the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, is about to instigate rules which will shut down 8% of America's electricity supply. I don't know whether you know it or not, but when you're out of juice, and a lot of us in the Northeast are out of juice, that's a very serious thing.
No, and my heart goes out to the Payne family and others on that one. As you were saying, so 24 hours is bad enough. When it starts getting into day after day, it's pretty awful. But the equation of energy in this country, it's got to be a balanced one, right? I mean, we do need a lot of energy. We got to find some ways to avoid so many foreign sources because of lots of reasons.
So why are we shutting down 8% of our electricity supply? Come on, you're very defensive this morning, Ellis, and I know why. You're on the back foot because President Obama is not looking great and the administration is not looking great with energy or the economy.
Well, hold on, Stuart. You were just saying that this argument fell right into his lap and pointing out, the way Irene did, our need for this kind of spending.
Well, we haven't got the infrastructure spending yet, and the Republicans will have something to say about it when he proposes it.
That is true, but I'm glad you're feeding them that Irene argument. I think that's going to be very helpful on Capitol Hill.
And when we find out where the money's going to be spent on all those unions and union scale stuff, then we'll start thinking about whether we really want this spending or not.
Don't focus on that. Focus on the need for schools and bridges and mass transit. We do have some needs in this country,
Yeah, indeed we do. Ellis Henican, always a pleasure. Thank you very much indeed. Enjoy yourself down there. We're in New Orleans. Have I got the pronunciation right?
You did very, very well. We'll see you guys soon in New York.
You will. Thanks, Ellis.